Hello everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft The War Within and our immersive story-focused playthrough. Whether you are new here or a familiar face, please enjoy the relaxing commentary of today's episode. And as always, I hope you are all doing well, and I thank you for joining me today. It means a lot. In the previous episode, we took on our first dungeon, the Rookery, located within Dornegal itself, and today we're potentially looking on to take on another, in the Cinderbrew Meadery to the east. We've also got the remaining delves to look into as well before we leave the Isle and move on to something new. Let's see if we can finish the Zone's campaign today. We're approaching the Meadery now. Very cool place. Let's speak with Baelgrim and find out what we're doing here.
What is your query?
Thank the Titans. The Nerubians have not made their move to take the mead yet.
May the Titans carve your path.
With all these Cinderbrew kegs here, the meadery would burn hotter than the forge grounds if they were all ignited. I surmise that's why Wenbrand's kegs are made out of stout and strong ironwood. They do not break or catch fire easily. Luckily, we can start a reaction from the inside if we lead fuses into each of them. Those ropes the workers left around should work in a pinch.
I have work to do.
And now we speak to Wenbrand.
What path brought you here?
Look, you can blow up my life's work if it's our only choice, but I will not put my workers in danger. This was the path we all chose, but I won't have them sacrifice themselves to fire or Nerubians for it. Tell them I said they need to get out of here immediately. And if a single one of them gets so much as chipped, the council will have a lot to answer for.
Follow, are you sure this will work, Baelgrim?
It will. It has to.
Then let's get started.
Alright, let's collect that rope and evacuate the workers. So we gotta connect the fuses to the barrels. We probably need to pick up some of those fuses, I would imagine. We don't seem to have an extra item though, so I'm a little confused. Maybe it's something else that we have to collect. There we go. Alright, that takes care of that. Let's get back to Wenbrand and Baelgrim.
Conversation initiated.
Leatrix will fall by my hand. It is my directive, and it is my will.
Fly high. Strike true.
I'm glad to hear they had the sense to clear out without much of a fuss.
Returning to task. Goodbye.
Alright, Belgrim. The meadery is evacuated and the explosives are primed. It is time to bait the Nerubians into our trap. Your compatriot is by the Nerubian burrow north of here. She told me her directive is to keep watch over it in case the Nerubians make a move before we are ready. So far they have not made a move, and may now need to. Take a keg of Cinderbrew to the burrow. Tossing it in should stir their nest. Rendezvous with us back at the mead yard quickly after.
B, set off the keg and hurry back to the mead yard. Then we will finish our preparations.
Well, let's do it.
Over here, champion. Let's burn some Nerubians to cinders. Return to the meadery. I'll lead them into the trap.
Alright, let's go.
We protect the people of the Isle.
The Nerubian swarm is on its way. Prepare yourself.
May the edicts guide you.
The Nerubians will strike out in anger and pride, which is exactly what we want. They will swarm the meadery soon, seeking to punish us for attacking their burrow. We will hold them here on the ground while you take to the skies. When Xeric appears to command his army, we will light the fuses. Wenbrand scrounged together some supplies so we can use to corral the Nerubians. Set them up quickly and then we will get you on a Stormrook. Go.
The Nerubians will soon start swarming from the north.
Place our defenses in their path. The honey will slow them down, and the mead and pollen will help us tear through them.
Just lower the music just a little bit. Alright, so we gotta set up some defenses. We've got some arrows on the ground. Interesting. We've got a couple of abilities here. Sticker Cinder Honey, Boiling Cinder Brew, and Explosive Pollen. You can remove defenses. I'm assuming this is just going to help us a little bit. So we can kind of place whatever we want, it sounds like. This is where everything's going to show up. I'm okay with placing kind of just a bunch of random stuff. I think we'll be okay. I like the explosions. Let's go with that.
Time. Come, let us get you on a Stormrook.
Got it.
The edicts are my guide.
Prepare yourselves. They're coming.
We will keep them gathered by the kegs. Thin
Let's
out
do
the
this.
swarm and stop them from getting past us.
And from wrecking my meadery before we do.
Balgrim, they're chewing through the fuses.
We still have 2 fuses left. Keep fighting. Keep drawing them in.
No, they severed all of the fuses.
Stay focused. These monsters cannot leave here alive.
This is quite tough. There's a lot of them. Oh wow. Yeah, this is a lot.
Outlander, leave this to me.
The fuses! We can't ignite the kegs!
I must fulfill my edict.
What? Forget the edicts!
I cannot. That is why it must be me. You must guide the earthen.
Pilgrim!
One last ride, then you are free. Syrinx! My directive is to protect this isle, and the earthen. All the earthen. Glory to the Titans! Long live the earthen!
Baelgrum. Oh, twisting paths.
He's gone. We did it, but he's gone.
Let's speak with Aldegon.
Conversation initiated.
Syrinx is dead. We did it. It is over. Baelgrum did it.
Forge your own path.
Got a new helm and gained a level as well, so we're going to get a talent point
Go
out of
where
this.
you will.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that first. Looks like we can't use the helm. Interesting to see the design though. And let's get that talent point in. At this point, all of our remaining talents in our hero talent tree are pretty passive. There's not a whole lot that we can really control from here on out, so... let's see here. We'll take Whitemane's Famine for now. It's probably best that we go down one side of the tree so we can get to Apocalypse Now the fastest. So let's actually take a point out of Mograin's Might and start going down the left side of the tree so we can get to that quicker. Got Whitemane's Famine. When Obliterate damages an enemy affected by Undeath, it gains 1 stack and infects another nearby enemy. That's cool. And Hungering Thirst. The damage of your diseases and Frost Strike is increased by 10%. Now let's speak with Aldegon and pick up the next quest in the campaign.
Yes. I am the former Stone Lord.
We dealt a heavy blow to the Nerubians, but Baelgrum. He was infuriatingly rigid and we argued ceaselessly, but in the end, he was a defender of our people. All of them. Baelgrum sacrificed himself to vouchsafe the Isle of Dorn from the Nerubians. Everyone needs to know that, and we can't let the Nerubians force our hand like that again. Go back to Merix in Dornegal. Tell him we will come soon. We just need a moment here.
Come back. The Coreway's repairs must continue. It's what Baelgrum would have wanted.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to be exploring the Ringing Deeps soon enough with the Coreway under repair. It's interesting because with the Rookery, we kind of learned that the Storm Riders in general were almost entirely obliterated due to the Void Corruption, and now with Baelgrum gone, I'm not sure what's left of them exactly. Hopefully we'll learn a little bit more as time passes, but for now, let's head back to Dornegal and report back to Merix. guess he is over by the coreway. Let's see, I believe he should be up top. Let's go speak with him now.
I see you return alone, Outlander. I presume not all went well. We must talk later.
You are alive, but what of the others?
Go where the edicts lead.
With the help of Aldegon's workers, the major repairs on the coreway's machinery are complete. Titan's willing, it will soon be fully functional once again.
I have work to do.
We heard the echo of the explosion from here. I presume you have found victory, but your solitary arrival suggests not all is well. What happened?
Conversation terminated. Tell me what has happened.
Council Ward.
We have bad news. Speak freely and honestly. We have repelled the Nerubians, but Baelgrim is gone.
I see. So he fulfilled his edict.
Not just that. He defended the Earthen, both the Oathsworn and the Unbound. More than anything, he wanted us to stand together again.
Then we will honor his memory by doing so. It will take time to fully repair the coreway, but the Outlanders can descend to the ringing deeps. The Earthen of the Isle of Dorn will support their endeavor, no matter what the edicts say. If we can bring the machine speakers back into the fold as well, then the Council will truly stand complete.
Thank you, Council Ward. Now, let's clear the last of that rubble.
Very, very cool.
Do you have an appointment? The edicts must be followed.
May we all learn from Baelgrim's valor. He died to preserve our people, our unity. We must not let that be in vain.
Must go.
Outlander, I will accompany you to the ringing deeps. It is my home, and it too may need defending.
Very, very cool. Before we talk to Moira and Dagran and move on, let's speak with Merix again. It looks like he's got a chat bubble for us to explore.
Initiated. Having a Thragar here in Dornagol, it is an auspicious sign indeed.
What? Oh, right. Me? Oh, yes. A Thragar of old I am.
Will you be returning to your duties then?
Duties. Can you refresh my memory of what those are?
Of course. I suppose your memory is like mine. A little dim around the edges after a few thousand years. Our Thragar were the best of us. Chosen by the Titans and instilled with great power. They were our heralds, our generals. They made decisions for the Keepers in their absence. Your duty is to guide and protect us, to warn us of oncoming danger, which in a way, you have.
These other Thragar, they look akin to me.
They were Larger, perhaps. But they shone, as you do, of hard minerals.
Azeroth, you fox. Did you do this on purpose? To pave the way here for us?
I'm sorry. My auditory functions did not catch that.
Needn't you mind? Had a stray thought. Thank you for jogging my memory.
Very cool. Let's speak with Moira now.
The mountain lends us its strength.
Onward and downward it is then. We'd best follow after Speaker Brinth and see what state the Nerubians have left her home in. Magni, Dagran, and I will accompany you down in due time. Would you mind moving on ahead and making sure that there's a warm welcome awaiting us?
May your hammer strike
Sure
true.
thing. Now we're going to be starting the Ringing Deeps campaign very shortly. But before we do that, let's go ahead and explore the rest of the Isle. And by that, I mean let's take on the other two delves that are here before we move on. I don't think we'll take on any more of the side stories. I think the side story that we took on for our progression towards the allied race in the Earthen was good enough. Let's speak with Illyria first. She's got a chat bubble above her head. I really love these little story moments that we get with these chat bubbles. I also really like that Blizzard has made it obvious where there is voice acting to be heard. So let's go ahead and listen to Illyria.
What have you learned? She cannot hide from me.
Illyria, I heard you helped corner Xerix at the meadery. Thank you.
The Nerubians took so much from us. I will not let them do the same to the Earthen.
They've been good allies. And gracious hosts.
A welcome surprise, given that they've been living in isolation for thousands of years.
That may not entirely be the case. I asked about why they keep calling me Arathi. And apparently an Arathi armada arrived on Kazalgar a number of years ago. They're said to have formed a settlement in the caverns beneath the island. It sounds impossible. But if it's true, I want to see it for myself. They could prove to be allies in our fight against Xalatath.
No. We've secured a measure of safety here. Don't abandon it to chase shadows in the dark.
Isn't that what you're doing?
I'm doing what I must. Hunting down every last Nerubian. Following their trail back to Xalatath. And claiming vengeance for our dead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
Remain in Dornogal, Anduin. Leave the shadows to me.
Very, very cool interaction there. So we get our first hint at the Arathi, which I believe we'll encounter first in Hollowfall. That'll be a little bit later on. For now, let us dive into some of the other delves. We'll head to the southern one first in Fungal Folly. That should be pretty cool. We've entered the Bosgroot Basin. A very cool little area. Very different than the surrounding isle. Pretty cool entrance for a delve as well. Let's head inside and see what we got awaiting us. Looks like we've unlocked Tier 2. We'll stick with tier 1 for now. I think having minimum challenge is totally fine for where we're at right now. Got some dialogue here with Bran and Stoneguard Benston. Let's click on the Explorers League supplies first and take a look at our loadout. We're going to have Bran heal again. I think that is fine. You know what? Since this is a minimal challenge, let's have Bran be the damage dealer. I think we can take care of ourselves. We've got tools to keep us alive. Interesting. And then we can also use the light-touched idol combat curio to give ourselves a little bit of healing whenever we use a defensive. That's all good. Let's repair our gear. We'll do some quick vendoring, and now let's speak with Stoneguard Benston. My unit and I have been trying to scout for new sources of ore ever since this quarry was overrun by Fungarians. However, today we were overwhelmed. I alone escaped. Can you locate my subordinates and recover them? The treasure located below is yours if you can get through those creatures. Jump down this pit to find my subordinates. There's plenty of water at the bottom to cushion the fall. Very, very well. So far we've just got this. We don't have any floors. I'm not sure if we saw different levels in the previous delve or not. Let's jump down with Bran and take a look.
That big mushroom could launch us right up.
Oh, that's fun. Nice, like, bouncy mushrooms. Found one of the scouts, as well as some enemies to engage.
Those spores will blow up if we hit them.
Saved our first scout. This place is so cool. I love this. Now let's hop down and continue to save the other scouts.
They'll maybe use a that move. Time to go all out.
Oh, what is this? Increase your damage done by 15% and the size by 20%. Okay. Nice little mushroom buff there for us. So far this one's definitely more interesting than the first delve we've gone into, but I guess that's to be expected with the first delve. There's not a whole lot to it. Abandoned restoration stone. There's so much to unpack here. So many little curios.
That's more like it.
Let's keep exploring. And Reno Jackson is down here, along with Sir Finley. Let's talk to them.
Ah, now I'm making progress.
Commander,
Good to see you exploring the dells. Sir Finley and I were looking for a bit of a challenge. Up for a friendly spar? I've got some fine treasures of mine up for grabs if you win. Huh. I guess let's see what this is about. Not too difficult. And they left behind a supply bag. Chance when attacking an enemy to throw a random item from Reno's backpack. The item may root, stun, or damage the enemies and enemies around them.
Nice find!
Very cool. This is kind of like a little bit of a roguelite situation here. I'm kind of picking up certain power-ups as we go along.
Good find!
And if you're willing to risk it, because I'm sure that fight with Reno and Sir Finley is far more difficult, you know, on the later tiers, then you could reward yourself with an easier time with the rest of the delve if you can overcome some certain challenges. So that's pretty cool.
Found a bit of gold!
Discovered respawn point. So if we die, we come back here, I guess. Well, it's nice that Bran actually moves towards these mislaid curiosities
Nice find!
that help give him some experience. Let's keep moving. Brand just doing a little bit of fishing there. What did we get for that? Roaring Angler Seeker. Just kind of a random fish. I wonder if Brand, because we did notice when we leveled up that Brand got a new ability for gathering materials. I suppose that's a way to earn a little bit of money from delves. We'll just fish stuff up for you, or maybe even collect some stuff. It's pretty cool.
They'll be using that move.
Brand's epic egg. Let's break this open. Oh, just the devil sword comes out. That's pretty cool.
Fantastic!
We're heading up the final levels of the cave now. Looks like we triggered the next objective.
Those spores will blow up if we hit them. Time to go all out!
Very, very cool. I think that's it.
Clear this away.
And we did get an achievement or something towards an achievement to that effect. It looks like that every time you enter, at least this particular delve, there could be a different requirement of you. So we saved the miners this time, but according to the achievement, it looks like we had a chance to do some other stuff. Spreading decay, explorers competition. Yeah, complete each story variant of Fungal Folly. That's very cool. I wonder if the other delves are all like that, or if it's just a select few. In any case, we have completed this delve. Let's collect our rewards. Not expecting it too much for the tier 1 delve. Picked up a curio. I picked up a trinket as well, actually. Very cool. It does look like it's better than the horn that we already picked up, so let's go ahead and use that instead. We'll put that there, and we will take the Levobot 7000 out of here. Thank you for the aid. My subordinates and I are all returning home due to your efforts. Very, very, very cool. Let's get out of here. That was a lot of fun. I loved that a lot. A lot more than the first delve, at least. And the first delve wasn't too bad. Alright, now that we've moved from there, let's go to Kriegval's Rest. The next delve, and the last delve on the Isle of Dorn. I believe we heard Kriegval's name mentioned in the first side quest line that we did with Urtago, becoming the new caretaker and whatnot. So let's learn more. Not sure what these glyphs do, but I would like to find out. It looks like the delve is right underneath Morning Rise. Let's check out this one next. Okay, cool. Seems like a very dark area. This is a place to honor those who have chosen to shut down, and these kobolds are desecrating it. Let's check in with the supplies again. And see if we picked up anything interesting for Bran. Utility curio. Looks like we've unlocked it, but we don't have any curios to actually use for it. Some cool little abilities. We did get the streamlined relic from the last one, so let's use that. And there we go. We have the streamlined relic for the utility curio. While out of combat, the party's movement speed is increased by 10%. And upon entering combat, the party's haste is increased by 5% for 8 seconds. Very cool. So you've come to aid us. The kobolds have seized this location and stolen several valuable artifacts. They have even taken the helm of Kriegfall. He was the first among us to choose to shut down. This tomb was built in his honor. If you recover our artifacts, I will allow you to access the treasure cache below as payment. Why would the kobolds want to take all these items? Kobolds have always been a malfunction in our system, but they've never been so bold as to attack one of our catacombs. I suspect they are after the artifacts located here, precious items of great significance to those who have chosen to shut down. Our treasure room, however, has little value to us. Illogical as that may seem, it is filled with that which we were given, not that which we choose to value. If you recover our artifacts, I will grant you what lies within. Will do. And let's get those artifacts back and be sure to stay in the light. Let's go grab a candle.
Those enchanted candles to stay safe from these shadows. The candle gets weaker when you move. Watch your steps.
Interesting. Okay. So we're going to have to constantly pick up new candles. Let's make sure we only go where we absolutely need to. I do want those curiosities and chests, though. Tough call.
They'll never use it that way.
We'll try to stay still as much as we can, especially in combat, at the very least. This is a random quest we completed last time. This is the first instance that we're seeing of these kobolds as well. I'm interested to learn more about them. I'm sure we'll learn a ton about them down in the Ringing Deeps. Do our best to try to pull some enemies in without moving. I can see the buff that we have. We have 20 charges of this enchanted candle left, so once those go to 0, I'm sure we're going to need to find a new one. Took on the rare spawn and we got a molten engine drop. While in combat, a magnetic loader has a chance to assist you, pulling enemies towards it for 5 seconds before exploding for a bunch of damage.
Fantastic.
Cool. That's all we need in this room. So we just picked up another candle. We've got 100 charges total. So that's good to know. But that's the amount for the future. Wonder as the tiers go up if you have less of that charge or if there are simply less candles in the area. I could see that being the case.
Found a bit of gold!
Some fire here. It looks like it goes away when we move with the candle. Keep pushing forward. We still need 9 stolen keepsakes, so there's a lot to this place, it seems like. I wonder if every delve is on a single floor, because that seems to be the kind of running theme of the delves that we've entered so far. They've all been in a single room, at least on a map. Like a single set of tunnels, I guess. It does make things simpler. I do like the simplicity of that a lot.
Nice find!
Our candle is halfway out. Looks like there's another one across the room though, so we should be good.
Fantastic!
And we've got our next candle. Let's press forward. We're probably at the halfway point. Let's go ahead and grab this one first so we can use up this current candlelight. Thankfully, you can change up brand supplies midway through a delve. You can really customize it depending on what the remaining obstacles are going to be. And of course, you can repair your gear and vendor stuff as well if you're getting full. We're nearing the last room. This looks like the last major hallway to traverse.
Here we go!
Wait for the fire here. Let's push through. This could be one of the last chests. Yep, looks like we're pushing towards the final room now. Here we go. Got a nice little chest here. Kriegval's Helm. Looks like we got a nice big old kobold attacking us now.
One of those enchanted candles. You won't hit us with that one. The candle gets weaker when you move. What fantastic!
Very cool. That was a nice little boss. And yeah, this delve has the same thing. It's got 3 separate little storylines. That one was enjoyable too. So far, I think I like the Fungal Folly one the most. Just having basically one giant cavernous room, you know, presented to you, and then saying, here, go for it. Clear out the room, clear out, you know, the objective you've been given is really cool. I do like this one too as well, because it's very linear.
Nice fight!
I do think that that's perfect for this type of content. A lot of the dungeons could be quite confusing, so it's nice that the delves are a little bit more straightforward.
That's more like it!
Got another utility curio added to our collection in the Relic of Sentience. When a steel trap is activated, there is a chance for Bran to throw an additional trap. We haven't really been paying attention to his traps too much yet, so we won't use it at the moment, but could be something interesting to look into. And Candle Light. It's a soulbound item. A weak flame shines from you, unable to push back the darkness, but revealing secrets hidden by darkness for 5 minutes. Interesting. I suppose we'll hold on to it. I'm not sure what we can use it for. I do know that there is a dungeon that we're going to encounter later on that plays around with the darkness mechanic very heavily after a certain point in the dungeon. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. For now, let's head back out into Morning Rise. All right, beautiful. So I think that's all we want to cover on the map, honestly. I think getting halfway through level 73 is a perfect stopping point. And I think we should be on a very good pace to hit level 80 as we finish up the campaign. Guys, I think that is going to do it for me for today. As always, I thank all of you so much for watching. And I hope to see you in the next one. I hope to see you in the Ringing Deeps. Bye for now.